Yes, whenever you spend a lot of time around each other, you begin to say the same things.
And apparently, you begin to wear the exact same things. But anyways, let's jump right into it.
Welcome to episode 4 of The REMIX Show, featuring Jiggy and Little Jiggy! Let's go! There can be no booty shaking happening over here. We got people watching the show. We got little Jiggy right here.
Okay, now that the Jiggies are behaving, we have something.
Whoa, easy.
Jiggy, you cannot be doing that, little Jiggy. You guys are so crazy.
Especially when you're together. Go ahead and head on out of here, and we will see them in just a little bit.
You see, Matt, that's actually a really great point. The people that we surround ourselves with, they determine the type of person we become. Whether it's the words we say or the things we do, there's so much power found in our community and the people that are around us.
That's what we're gonna be talking about today. It's so important that we understand how important community is and that we find ourselves surrounded by other people that are trying to be kind and loving and that we're trying to be kind and loving to them so that we can all be our best self.
Yeah, let's roll on over to the gym for our first segment of today's show. Game on! We got the human hamster ball challenge coming at you. Here we go.
Round 1.
We got JR, we got Luke on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go! He's struggling just a little bit.
Round 2.
We got our second hamster ball race. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Uh-oh. They're off. They're off to the race. Out of the lane. No! He's hit. He's stuck in his chest.
Round 3.
This is for the championship. We have Matt, we have Luke. Hamster ball, final round. In 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go now.
Now that game was pretty fun, and it kind of feels good to walk away as the champ. But I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty hard to keep that hamster wheel from going straight into being balanced. See, there was times where the wheel would tilt to the left or tilt to the right and keep me from going straight to where I wanted to go. And for some of us, if we're not careful, it kind of would flip us on our side. And it's in those moments we had to slow down, readjust, and take back control of that hamster wheel. This game was a reflection on how we live our lives. We're trying to learn how to best balance our lives and head towards the direction of becoming our best selves. Here's a question that you need to ask yourself every single day. Where are you going? You are in charge of knowing the answer to that question, and you decide where you're wanting to go in life and what direction your life is heading in. So we're gonna dive into that a little bit more in our next episode. But before we get there, we need to ask ourselves a more important question. Who are you going with? That's right. You have to understand who you are doing life with because they will help determine where you end up. You see, the people that you surround yourself with, they will have the biggest impact on your life. Where you're headed, what decisions you make, the type of person that you're becoming, and where your final destination is, all lie in the community that you surround yourself with. There is so much power in our friendships and community, but it's on us to decide what those things look like. We have 2 options that we're going to be looking into today, and in the end of it all, you have a choice. See, we can choose to let those good friendships guide us to a life of community, and it will lead us to freedom. Or we can choose to have poor friendships. That's gonna guide us to a lack of community and lead us to failure. See, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I wanna pick freedom. And I hope you guys do too. We'll talk about that more in just a little bit, but let's head on over to our next segment of the show.
Speaking of freedom, nothing's more free than getting shot up in a rocket ship all the way to outer space. I wonder what kind of creepy things are in outer space. We're gonna be shooting a miniature rocket ship up into the air. And we're gonna be using these things. But as our mom always said, safety first. We're gonna put a tablet in the container, add some water, close the lid, and see what happens. I think it's gonna form up some gas. Not that kind of gas, carbon dioxide. The gas will build up and shoot the rocket up into the air. Let's see if it works.
You guys know what time it is. We gotta go bigger.
Here we go. Instead of one rocket, we've got about 700 rockets. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Come on, come on. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Move, 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 move. Still goes! Still goes!
Whoa! That was insane! Who would have ever thought or even dreamed that a little bit of water and that small tablet could be joined together to do something so incredible? To tell you the truth, they paired up well and made a pretty good team. I'm sure you've heard the saying before, teamwork makes the dream work, right? Well, in this experiment, that is exactly what happened. The teaming up of those two ingredients is what lifted up that rocket and freed it to go in the direction that it wanted to go. Do you guys see the comparison here? In this experiment, you are the tablet, and good community is the water that is added to the container. When you team up with those good, caring, and loving friends, that community will be the exact thing that you need in your life to help free you up, lift you off your feet, and send you in the direction of becoming the best version of you that you can be. You get to choose the type of people you surround yourself with, and they help determine the kind of impact you make with your life. That's the role that friendship and community play in our lives. If we surround ourselves with people who have different goals, maybe dangerous or unhealthy goals, then we may find ourselves being torn away from our goals. Not only that, but you have to determine what kinds of goals are worth chasing after and are life-giving. Because the truth is, if we aren't careful, we may spend a lot of our time with people who are chasing after the wrong things that just end in failure and a lot of hurt and pain. And Luke's gonna even be talking to us today a little bit about his experience with that in just a bit. Guys, what we need to do is surround ourselves with the right people. Finding people who are willing to come alongside you and help you achieve your goals by encouraging you, telling you the truth about who you are, and helping you to use your gifts and your strengths. Like we talked about last episode, it's important to find those people who are marked by love and to invite them into your life. Not only that, we want you to challenge yourself so that you can be the type of friend that your other friends need. You really need some golden rule friends in your life, ones that treat others the way that they want to be treated. When we come together, we need to choose to treat other people with respect and kindness. Then we can accomplish greater goals than doing things on our own. I think we have time for one more super fun thing. It's time to get Jiggy back out here for this last segment of Getting Jiggy. Jiggy, what are you doing back here?
What? You back it out of the way. Come on, man.
Jiggy's hiding something. Whoa! That's a huge
porch. Okay.
I don't know if that's for us. Maybe we should just put it back in and let it go.
I think we need to read it. What does it say here? It
no.
says, do not push this button. Now, do you guys think we should push this button? I think we should push it.
No. It says not to push the button.
Yeah, Jiggy, what do you think? You think we should do it? Okay, Jiggy thinks we should. Maybe we do it together.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
You do it with me.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Oh no! What's that?
Here comes the
I told you we shouldn't have pushed the button.
I don't think we should have pushed the button. I think sometimes it's best to just follow the rules. Guys, Matt was right all along. See, we should have listened to the rules, but since we broke them, there was a consequence. And the consequence was kind of messy, right? But that's exactly how life works. There's moments where we make the right choices, and then there's times where we make the wrong choices, and those choices are messy. You see, we may get distracted in life, and when we do, if we're not careful, we'll start to walk down a path without any direction. And if we fail to have direction in our own life, our stopping point will always be one that's full of pain, worry, regret, hurt, and brokenness. The reason why I know this and say this is because that's part of my story. From elementary school to middle, high, and even into college, I would love to say I was perfect and I had the perfect friends. But that just wasn't the truth. See, I was never a super bad kid, but the issue was there was times that I had no direction in life. See, I wanted people to like me and to approve of me, and other than that, it really didn't matter what was going on. I was a people pleaser, and I wanted to always be in the center of attention, and that is exactly where I was. But unfortunately, it came at a cost. See, in elementary school, I would bully kids and pick on them. In middle school, I started to experiment with drinking alcohol at an early age. In high school, I moved on and tried to use different drugs and try that route, and it was just empty. And then when I got off to college, I still had those problems. I did it to get attention and to be noticed. I was looking for approval from a group of people who were chasing after dreams and goals that were wrapped up in the wrong thing. Those 8 years, I experienced a lot of brokenness and a lot of emptiness, a feeling that I would never wish upon any person. But then, guys, everything changed. See, when I was in college at the University in Kentucky, I decided that I wanted to ask myself the same question that I asked you. Where do you want to go? And who do you want to be? And how are you going to get there? You see, the answers that I had in my mind didn't really line up to the person that I was being at that time. A life of addiction and of hate and bitterness and failure was not the person that I wanted to be. I wanted to be something more. I wanted to be set free from those things. And the first thing I did was I found good friends and good community. And it helped me to kind of get to where I wanted to go in life. It was those golden rule friends that treated me the way that they wanted to be treated. And guys, it worked. You see, we all have or will go down a path that leads towards darkness and failure at some point in our journey. But just because we head down that path, it doesn't mean that we should just close our eyes and ride it out. Or it doesn't mean that we just throw in the towel and give up on life. You have a choice, and you can turn your life around at any moment. The best place to start is with the people that are right around you. Like we have said, good friendships help guide you to a life of community, and it will lead you away from failure and into freedom for your life. And if I can turn my life around after those 8 years of addiction and those past pains, then so can you. See, I believe in you. Your life matters. Learn to love yourself, guys, during the process. You gotta offer yourself a little bit of grace when things get tough. And lastly, find some friends who will lift you up when you fall down and who will carry you to the finish line just because they love you. You see, whether it's a friend, a teacher, a coach, parent, or a teammate, we just want to encourage you guys to talk to that person and let them know what's going on deep down inside of you. If you really need someone to talk to and you don't know who, feel free to talk to us. Whether it's me or Matt, our team at REMIX would love to talk to you guys about what's going on in your life. Feel free to send us a message on Instagram at REMIXJiggy. We'd love to help out in any way that we can. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. Now, let's review what we've learned.
First off, there is power in our community, and we get to choose the type of friends that we journey through life with.
Second off, guys, we need to remember that good community is the most valuable thing that me and you that we have in our life, and it'll help to free us up.
Lastly, even though we may mess up and we lose track of where we are heading in life, those good friendships are the ones that will pick us up and keep us moving in the right direction.
Make sure that you guys tune in next week as Jiggy and our team, we come to talk about the power of your story. The truth is, no better you will do. And we need your help in making this world that we live in a very special place.
We have no idea what kind of insanity Jiggy is going to get into, but we can promise you this. It's gonna be awesome!